All right, today we're going to deconstruct something pretty amazing, a data-backed blueprint for taking a passion project and absolutely launching it into the stratosphere. This is a masterclass.
So, let's start with the big question, right? Imagine you've poured a decade of your life, your heart, your soul into something. How do you make sure that when you finally show it to the world, it doesn't just land? How do you make it a smash hit?
Well, I can tell you the answer is definitely not luck. It's about building a system, a finely tuned, data-backed machine that's designed to create an army of raving fans before you even ask for a single dollar. Let's dig into how it's done.
Okay, first things first, you have to understand the battlefield. And in the world of crowdfunding, that battlefield is the Kickstarter gauntlet. Everything, and I mean everything, comes down to that first make-or-break day. See, in the board game industry, there's this unspoken law called the 30% rule. And simple, for your campaign to have a real shot at success, you have to raise at least 30% of your entire funding goal just from your own email list. And here's the real kicker. You have to hit that 30% within the first 24 hours. Why? Because that huge initial surge tells the platform's algorithms, hey, this project is hot. And that's what gets you featured, gets you shown to thousands of new people. That start is everything.
So the question becomes, how on earth do you build an email list that powerful? Well, you need a secret weapon, and that weapon is the quiz. And based on the data, it might just be the single most effective lead gen format out there, period.
Just look at these numbers. It's not even a fair fight. A traditional lead magnet, like a download our free PDF, you're lucky if you get a 5% conversion rate. But a good quiz funnel, it averages around 40%. They are just in a completely different league.
And here's the other thing. People don't just start these quizzes, they actually finish them. About 65% of people who click start will go all the way to the end. It's just incredible at holding our attention in a way that most content just can't.
So what's the magic here? Why are they so good? Well, it's psychology. They tap right into our ego and our curiosity. I mean, who doesn't want to learn more about themselves? They turn signing up into a game, which is, a perfect match for a game audience. And on the back end, they automatically sort your new fans into different buckets based on their results. It's genius.
Okay, so we've established that the quiz is the right tool for the job. Now let's pull back the curtain on the actual blueprint. We're going to walk through the perfect user funnel, step by step.
The whole thing breaks down into 3 really simple but really powerful stages. First, you have the hook, which is the quiz itself. Totally open, no barriers. Then you have the gate, which is where you make the ask for that email. And finally, the experience, where you deliver the goods and make them glad they signed up.
The hook is all about psychology. After a handful of questions, maybe 5 to 7, you don't give them the full answer. You create what's called a curiosity gap. You give them a partial result, something juicy like, you're 73% likely to be a killer. It opens this loop in their brain and they just have to know the rest.
And that brings us to the gate. Right at that moment of peak curiosity, you make the ask. But you have to do it right. You ask for a name and email only. That's it. No phone number, no demographic data. And you frame it as a benefit, not a chore. It's not fill out this form, it's access your secret dossier. One is work, the other is a reward.
And finally, the payoff. The experience has to be immediate and awesome. You deliver something that feels valuable and personalized, like a gorgeous custom character card. It has to look incredible, feel like they earned it, and instantly build that trust. You want them to think, wow, this was totally worth it. But look, getting one email address is just the beginning. The real magic happens next. This is where we get into the secrets of viral sharing, how you turn every single new fan into an active member of your marketing team.
So, let me ask you something. Think about the last time you found something really cool online and shared it with someone. Where did you actually share it?
Because the data on this is shocking. A massive 74% of these quiz results are not shared on public Facebook feeds or Twitter. They're shared in private messages in WhatsApp group chats. It's a phenomenon called dark social, and it is where real word-of-mouth marketing lives today.
So you have to optimize for that behavior. That means making the WhatsApp share button your absolute #1 priority. You write share text that sounds like a real person, not a robot, something like, whoa, I got the silent watcher. You automatically generate their amazing character card as the image, and crucially, you always include a direct link back to the quiz. You have to design for the group chat, not the public square.
And if you really want to pour gasoline on that fire, you build a tiered referral system. It's a ladder of rewards. Get one friend to sign up, you unlock a rare character. Get 3, you get a cool digital survival guide. 5 gets you into the private Discord community. Maybe 10 referrals even get your name printed in the game's credits. You give people a real reason to become your biggest evangelists.
Now, all of these mechanics, all of these systems, they're incredibly powerful. But they're all held together by one final essential element. Let's call it the authentic advantage. This is the part where the story is the marketing.
For this specific project, the strategy document just nailed it with this one line. The Youngren family story is the marketing. See, this board game wasn't dreamed up in some corporate boardroom. It was a true passion project, developed and play-tested with the family for over a decade.
And that story, that is your biggest asset. It builds trust in a real person, a creator, not a faceless company. It makes your product stand out in a sea of generic competitors. And for a community like board gamers who value creators, that 10-year journey isn't just a fun fact. It's the ultimate proof of quality.
So, when you boil it all down, it comes to this. The best marketing today isn't about interrupting people. It's about inviting them into a story, making them feel like they're part of something special. Which really leaves us with just one final question for you. What story are you going to invite your audience into?